Get your filthy ways. Blame and lies. Contradictions arise. Blame and lies. Contradictions arise.
In this video, I have a saying about giving a rat's ass that's kind of funny. That how can you give a rat's ass? The ass of the rat isn't yours to give, so let the rat keep his ass. Or you can pick up a rat and hand him to somebody else ass first, and yes, you're giving a rat's ass. And if the other person wants to accept the rat ass first, to give a rat's ass, you're sort of offering up the rat's ass, and it's up to the other person if he wants to accept. So I'll have another saying too, that in some certain things, that if a rat's ass should really be offered or even given about a particular subject. So that's what I say about tolerance to a certain thing. You can say sometimes you give a shit. There's some and I also have a thing where I say there's certain aspects of giving a shit or giving a fuck. It's not that I don't give a shit or give a fuck. It's there's some aspects of giving a shit or giving a fuck that I don't give a shit or a fuck about. And at any given time, when and where should a rat's ass be given, or a fuck be given, or a shit be given, or even offered? You know what I mean? Alright, what's up, yins guys? Time for another video. Yeah, I'm going to talk about some of these YouTubers that were featuring more shit that I can't even, it's hard to talk about without busting out laughing here. Yeah, the race baiters, that again. The white leftists are doing this, and then there's the video samples of yeah, this is so hilarious. Okay, can I get this out without actually laughing here? Yeah, they actually have people charging money, and I guess there's people out there paying money for this, for seminars on how to be not racist or anti-racist seminars, and they is associated in workplaces with that DEI bullshit, where employers, there's a lot of employers from what I understand are getting out of that shit because they can do relations like that on their own in meetings, paying a damn DEI agent to condescendingly talk to them about how to not be racist, and how if you're white, you got to be sorry that you're white, and you have to self-degrade, saying that you're not racist isn't enough. And I got news for these people. I don't even got time to be racist, because I'm busy living my own life and buying things and doing what I want, you know. Which okay, yeah, they were a couple of the unwoke black YouTubers, which I share their stuff out of spite. And I have a smile on my face when I'm supporting and sharing their videos. They feature and critique these. A lot of them are women too, saying that we're not helping you for free. They act like they're doing you a favor. Says if you want to have more ways and want me to help you, if you need more advice and you got to ask me more questions, you got to pay for another seminar. Pay for a seminar, an anti-racist seminar or whatever. Pay to have somebody condescendingly talk down to you and preach to you and encourage you to self-degrade. And some of it's pretty good money. And there's people actually doing that.
Yeah, I mean, get the fuck out of here. Shit like this, you know, I mean, I watch this shit for entertainment to get laughs, and you almost think it's satire. They're featuring this shit. Are these people for real? But yeah, there's a lot of black folk out there that have good quality YouTube channels that make fun of this shit, and they get called a racial derogatory if they're not on board with this bullshit, if they speak against it. And they tell the rest of us people who are non-black or whatever, they'd be saying, oh, don't be racist, but then here's the black people we permit you and encourage you to not like, if they're not on board with that bullshit. And yeah, then I seen these books that were like, I seen some of them ready to be thrown in a dumpster, like in library sales or whatever, and there was like mystery novels and everything that after our local libraries have like a sale, you know, you get mystery books, and anything they don't sell they give people for sign for free. And there were books on things called white fragility and a couple other kind of books that I was almost going to grab out of the free pile to go on YouTube and make fun of, read shit out of it and make fun of, if you want to get something like that to critique it and do a video on it. And I never got around to it. One day I went and checked if it's still there, and it's one of them deals where if you want to do a YouTube video to make fun of it, get it for free, it's a good opportunity. But yeah, white fragility, if you want to talk about that for a second, if it really exists, I don't know. I'm guessing maybe if you have some people out there that Ku Klux Klan type racists that are still out there, white fragility, oh my god, it's a black woman or girl or a black dude making above minimum wage, you know, fragility, hurt their feelings. I mean, if you're white and you are that butthurt, if there was that kind of fragile, I guess it's probably out there. I'm trying not to sarcastically patronize, but I mean, you'd have to be a person that really needs to get a life, really. And I'm saying this also about the people who think all white people are racist. And white leftists that believe all this crap and are preaching this shit like a gospel, they need to quit wasting their time and get a life. And then a lot of white people or black, normal people don't need your lectures, your seminars on how to not be racist. Usually if you're living your own life and doing your own thing, you don't got time to be racist. You don't got time to coddle anybody, nor do you have any time persecuting anybody. I say this to preach the same shit about the transgender class and gay and LGBT class. A lot of people, they want to force that shit down your throat. Man, a lot of us, if we don't go and kiss ass and coddle but take any of our personal life, that shit is just like the fucking race baiter people in life, white leftists and white saviors or whatever the hell you call them. Whether it's whether it's about other races or whether it's about other affectional preferences, and I say that to be polite, or somebody wants to be gay or they identify as something else, you don't want them forcing it down your throat, and you don't need classes on how to treat them like royalty and classes on how you have to self-degrade to treat them like royalty, or else, other words, you're some kind of phobic. You don't need their shit. And hey, you're living your own life and doing your own thing. You don't got no time to persecute anybody, nor do you have time or you required to coddle anybody. That's just all to it. And you want to talk about this fragility, white fragility. And I'm going to say this, speaking of my own people with my own skin color, that you got people that look like me that are fragile. You could make a case for being fragile. People that look like me, as far as jealous, for example, in my day we didn't have all that bullshit. Say me, for example, make it about myself. You get your first job out of minimum wage. There's people that look like me, and then the old ladies, Bible thumpers of the days, I say, that are always the dinosaur. If you have long hair, you should be thrown in a cage and have your belongings taken from you. You're some kind of criminal or whatever, and you're probably a drug user. I can make a case anyway for fragility among my own race, and saying, oh my God, he got long hair, and he got a job out of minimum wage, or he has something he's not supposed to have, and he's not in jail. Huh? Well, my son or whatever, or kids or whatever, are working at Walmart or Subway, 3 days a week. Like, I'm talking about fragile. Like you're whining about it, fragile, your hurt feelings about it. And like I said, yeah, there's probably people really out there, like, they're white or fragile when they see somebody black that has something more than them. Yeah, I mean, admit that. But then there's people that look like me, same hair length and everything back, when I was doing well. You get ones, I had ones that looked just like me, different facial hair, give me dirty ass looks or be whining, or if they don't give you hard ass looks, they're whining about they're fragile. And I had other people, like I said too, that maybe Bible thumpers here and there, instead of being hateful like I should be in jail, they're whining about, oh my God, it's somebody with long, that's somebody with long hair. What the hell is he doing with a job on a minimum wage? Fragility, you mean you have your feelings hurt, you're seeing it in the open, whining about somebody else. And if you're living your own life, you shouldn't be whining about anybody else. But yeah, back in my day, in my 20s, like I said, them older people that were the Bible thumpers that think that way, I was calling them like a dinosaur or something. The kinds that, older people now, years later, you don't see that as much anymore. But yeah, you can have somebody that's black and they're fragile and they're jealous of another black person, right? And I imagine somebody too that's probably gay is doing well, and maybe this other person that's gay is nice to his face, is fragile, he's jealous, he's all butthurt. Maybe he works harder, or maybe he works harder, or he's luckier than other people, and he got somehow making more money or something. You can have that fragility against another gay. It can be black on black, butthurt, jealous. If you want to make the case, I imagine those people of those other identify as other genders, you could probably have one jealous of the other, fragile, people that look like me, fragile, but anybody who entertains that bullshit and acts like, okay, if you got this far in this video, anybody that believes that you got to take any time out of your personal life to coddle somebody because they're gay, or because they identify as another gender, or because they're black, they can just, they can cordially just be told to go fuck a goddamn porcupine. Not happening. Matter of fact, if you got this far in this video, rather than what a lot of people who are against that bullshit and ain't on board with that bullshit, what they ought to do, just spitefully brag about what they're buying or whatever. Well, I don't advocate going online and flashing money around or some damn shit like that, but people feature what they buy online anyway. If you want to spitefully go on there, be happy and bragging about what you buy online, or like we do, we spend pretty good bit of money to feed birds, squirrels, raccoons, and skunks, and our cats. What we spend on shit like that, rather than, as opposed to spending money on somebody's anti-racism class or seminar, or somebody's seminar on how to be more tolerant and worship at the feet of somebody because they identify as another gender. I fully advocate that you should be bragging about the shit that you would rather buy for yourself than spend any money on that shit. Anybody who really spends money on them stupid ass seminars rather than buying shit for themselves, they're simping big time, and they're complete and totally retarded, and they have to be that pathetic in life to make friends. Like, if you got to do shit like that, hoping to have friends, I mean, you might as well be a member of the incel community. Whether you're gay or straight or black or white, you can, yeah, I make jokes on, hey, you could be gay, straight, black, or white and be a version of the incel community or the simp community. Yeah, you can be an incel and a simp all rolled in one, depending on your affectional preference or gender identity. You got simps and incels. They come in all kind of forms. Yeah, you can be a community within a community like that, and desperately trying to make friends or get some kind of partner somewhere and beg for people's friendship or affection. You're fucking pathetic, and you're a fucking idiot. Just simple as that.